Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rush Racing. And don't normally see me in the comms box for Division 6, so I'm actually covering China tonight. And so we are here. We are back. This time a little bit of a different though. We do have full quali. Last night we would have had full quali, but due to the update, we had to push things forward and make the race a little bit earlier. So the guys did miss out on full quali last night. But we're here tonight for Division 6 for full quali and Monaco again. And I'm joined by them. Well, probably your favourite American friend is Rekus. Good evening.
Good evening, SJ. Yes, we are back ready for Monaco here in Division number 6. Full quality this time. It is going to be really interesting to see how this one plays out. And as we know, Monaco, pretty much half your race can be decided on how good you qualify. But that isn't always the case. If we look back to Div 4 a few nights ago, Alpine was 1 and 2 in quali, and they barely even got any points coming the end of it. So we'll see how this race goes.
Yes, definitely. And remember, a reminder, Instagram, the giveaway. One more day. The winner will be announced tomorrow live after the race. So feel free to get amongst it. You still got time. We've had over 50 participants, which is really, really good and which is really good to see as well. So feel free to get amongst it. It is a full race setup for the Qatar Grand Prix next week. If you're not there or you haven't done it, it's hashtag Qatar, and then feel free to follow the instructions along. So it's follow, obviously, Rush on Instagram, and then follow SRC, and then hashtag Qatar. Right, that's it. On that note, let's see who we've got on the grid tonight. And I'm sure this will be a very interesting night indeed. Right, there we go. Over to the paddock. There we have it. And let's have a look. Right, so we've got Hayden Skates in the Williams, Larkin in the Ferrari, TMT in the Visa Cash App, won the Jeddah Grand Prix due to 2 penalties for P1 and P2. So his first ever win this season in Rush Racing. So well done to him. Uncle Morty in the Red Bull, Jackal in the McLaren, his team of the week last week. Not looking like it this week, so we'll have to wait and see if they can have a better run tonight. But then we've got Chevy Wolves in the Kick Sauber. He has a 5-second penalty to serve in this race, which will go at the end of his time. So keep an eye on that. We've then got Striker in the other, Visa Cash App, H-Town, who has a quali ban. He is out. We will be having a bit of a chat with him in a second. As with full quali, we do talk to the drivers that get eliminated as well. A little bit of a spice to it, as Rekus can remember that. We then got J Mac in the other McLaren. We've got MPJ in the Haas. We've got Lucas Jaranek making a full debut in the Alpine tonight, so good luck to him. MSG Overload in the Aston. Filthy Orange in the Mercedes. Drew Zeller in the other Alpine. Bread Mannequin in the Mercedes. Quicksilver Deck in the Ferrari. Keeper in the Williams. D White in the Haas. Paul and Hal in the Aston, and David in the Red Bull. I'll tell you something, right? There is no reserves in that lineup. They are all full-time drivers. Absolutely fantastic to see, isn't it?
Indeed, yeah, it's always awesome to see the full-time drivers get their full seat and go ahead and showing up. And we got a full grid here tonight, so I think this is going to be a very exciting Monaco Grand Prix, which if you're new to Rush Racing League and you know Monaco, usually you don't put exciting and Monaco in the same sentence. But when you come to Rush Racing League, you can always expect cinema, even at tracks where cinema isn't usually very common. I mean, I can think back to Season 7 about a year ago, and the 100% mystery races that we did around here in Monaco were some of the best Monaco races I have ever seen. And then obviously we had the drama that was Division 4 a few nights ago. And I think Division 6 is going to be a really fun one because in Jeddah, they really surprised us. It was very clean. Only 2 DNFs in Jeddah last week for Division 6, which I think was possibly the least DNFs out of any of the divisions. I think you'd probably have a better grasp if that number's accurate or not, but still, it was a really clean race in Jeddah, which Jeddah is not an easy track either by any stretch. It's got close walls, they bite. The only difference between Jeddah and this track is usually lower speed and higher downforce. So I'm actually really looking forward to this one, SJ.
Yeah, no, this should be a good one. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very challenging for these guys, with obviously being the lowest division. But what a challenge for them for a track like this. And Monaco has been very entertaining across all 4 or 5 divisions, and we've also got one more left tomorrow night, which is Division 3. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to see, and we've seen some times at the moment. We'll just jump on board this, and then we will then jump on board our first interview of the night. So Brad Meakin doing a 1:12.7, that then being beaten by Jackal in the 1:12.425 in the McLaren, and Keeper a 1:12.953. To be honest with you, because I still have no idea who is going to win this race, or even who's even going to go through. So this could be a nice little surprise. But on that note, we have our first interview in. H-Town serving the quali ban, so I'll take it over to you.
All right, H-Town, welcome into the commentary booth. Unfortunate about the quali ban, but things happen. But it's Monaco. Starting in the back end, Monaco usually isn't a great thing. However, a fellow kick Sauber in Div 4 started towards the back and ended up with an on-track win. Now, post-race penalties obviously threw that one out of the window, but still, I mean, on track, coming from the bottom of the grid to the top, it's possible here in Monaco.
Oh yeah, anything is possible here in Monaco. Very unfortunate about the quali ban. However, I did deserve it, and I just got to forget about it now and just focus on this race. Starting at the back might be a blessing in disguise, avoiding all the chaos. Or, Div 6 is probably the cleanest division that we've had in the first couple of weeks. So, it might be pretty bad. But I'm just gonna take it corner by corner, sector by sector, and just see what happens and take advantage of the opportunities that come to me.
Indeed, that's pretty much honestly the best thing you can do. And I mean, you were kind of struggling a bit during the evaluation races, but Jeddah last week, you actually had some really good pace. So I'm looking forward to see what you can do here, see if you can continue that upward trajectory. But I mean, making moves is not easy around this track. How do you like Monaco overall as a circuit?
It is probably one of my worst circuits on the game. However, I think pace is not going to win you this race. I think patience is probably going to win you the race, and so it's just all about picking your spots and being patient and just giving what's taken to you at this track. You really can't pass anybody, so you really just have to wait for others to make mistakes, which usually they do. So I guess, well, I think that's going to be the play here.
Indeed, and I mean Sauber pretty much they essentially won the race off of strategy at Monaco. So I know you probably can't really talk about strategy because you don't want to give your plans away to the other teams. But do you think we're going to see any rain today?
Staying out of the wall.
That is actually a very fantastic strategy. All right, I'll pass you over to SJ if he has anything, and good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers, Regus. Good evening, H-Town. Obviously, not probably the start you want. You may even be happy being at the back of this, because we've seen some of the guys being at the back and making their way up into the points. Are you feeling that there's going to be a lot of mistakes happening tonight further up the field?
Like I told Rebecca, I feel like there will be a lot of mistakes, but then again, you have to be prepared for not even a VSC in the first half of the race, like it happened last week with Div 6, because there's a lot of clean drivers in our division. So it's kind of just taking it lap by lap and just seeing what happens. I really don't know what to expect, honestly. We do have a lot of clean drivers, but they're this is Monaco again, so anything can happen, right?
Yeah, definitely. And you've got your teammate there in P7 at the moment with a 1:15. Obviously, that is definitely going to need to be improved. He has that 5 second to serve, obviously, at the end of the race. But are you pretty confident he's going to make it all the way through into Q3?
I'm pretty confident. We've been doing a lot of practice this week, so he's just trying to get a time on the board. I think that's going to come down as the confidence goes up.
Well, I wish you all the best. It is a long night, and I know that you are going to be waiting in the wings. We've got 9 minutes to go. H-Town, anything from you? Anything you want to shout outs? Any comments? Anything? Yeah, anything indeed. Ooh, J Mackie goes into the wall.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a wreck right there.
Yeah.
It's Monaco. So to everybody on the stream, enjoy the show. It's been amazing races, in Rush this week. So just enjoy the show, and I can't wait to get out there. Thank you for having me, guys.
No worries, thanks. Right, Records. Yeah, what's your thoughts? Obviously, H Town starting from the back. What's the plan? We saw Dutch do it last night and finish in a very good position actually in the points. And we know that starting from the back at Monaco is extremely difficult because you can't overtake and you need to wait for mistakes. And I think we saw three of the guys at the top last night having damaged front wings. So you've are you pretty confident that H Town can get into the points today?
It's gonna be tricky because it is Monaco. It's hard to overtake, but Kick Sauber seems to be really on the ball when it comes to strategy. I mean, they basically they were not really in a good spot in quali, but through a really good strategy called the pit early on the intermediates, and they pretty much ended up both with an on-track podium. So I mean, tons of points towards the overalls and obviously the Div 6 constructors. So I mean, I think it's possible. You really gotta. The main thing about Monaco is if you're gonna overtake someone, you gotta do it based on strategy. So you can make some very risky dive bombs, like going to Casino Corner. You can make a dive bomb. You can obviously try to send it through the tunnel before the chicane, but Monaco, it's not really a track known for its overtakes. So I think if Sauber's strategy is as good as it has been in the last couple of weeks, then I think he's got a chance to jump up into the points here.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like I did say, he's got his teammate of Chevy Will serving that 5 second at the end. So yeah, the limelight is on the Kick Sabbath tonight. But we're going to go on board with an on board here for a flying lap with TMT, who won last week in Jeddah due to those pens. So let's see how he goes into the first corner. Now starting it up through to the checkered flag, going into turn number 1, very nicely burning a little bit of ERS there, hitting that curb, getting very close to the wall, now getting up the hill, up into 5th gear, into 6th, burning as much acceleration and ERS as you can, then dropping it down into 4th gear very nicely, keeping close to the walls but not trying to lose any acceleration. Oh, a little bit of a slip there, then coming into turn number 3 here, then coming into the Casino bend, or whatever you call it. I think it's the Casino hairpin. There we go. Yep, into 78% ERS, quite a lot still to burn. Let's have a look. Is there an improvement in that Sector 2 cars out on the right-hand side, out the way, coming through the tunnel? You'll get a bit of a glare coming out of the tunnel, which is a bit unfortunate, depending on if it is very sunny. Very nicely there. Doesn't clip the barrier, which can do very easily. Then coming into the swimming pool section, you can take this flat out, getting very close to the wall. As you can see, Purple 2.5 tenths up on his time. This is looking good for TMT at the moment. Had a bit of a mistake earlier on in the lap, coming around into the last couple of corners, and he's going in the pits. Even though he was 2.5 tenths up, that would have put him to 13.6. Would have only been P8, so TMT not happy with that record.
I mean, honestly, that was actually not a bad lap by any stretch. I think it would have been good to at least get that one on the board in case something happens and he wasn't able to go ahead and set another time. I'm not quite sure if he's going to be safe here. He already just got jumped down to P10. So I'm not too sure exactly. I mean, I don't know what time is going to be safe, because if we look at the times from time to leader, I mean, there's a few drivers that are 3 seconds behind Jackal. Those drivers being P17 through P15. And then even then, there's always 6 cars within a second of Jackal. So there's a quite of a big array of times here coming into Monaco. We'll see Quicksilver Deck. Actually, he was on a lap too to set his first time of the session, but he jumps into the pits. Well, he is missing a front end plate, so that might explain a few things. But I mean, it is a very hard track, but it is so dependent on qualifying. And especially in Q1, you have so much traffic that you have to deal with as well, just because it is such a tight track. Not really a lot of spots for cars to kind of pull over and let faster cars through. So, I mean, you really got to pick your moment here.
Yeah, no, definitely is. We're seeing Jackal taking pole position at the moment, MPJ in P2, Brad Meakin in P3. 3 different cars. There's actually 5 different cars at the top. Keeper in P5, then Striker, then a Merc, then a Haas, then a McLaren. Really good to see. So we've got DY in that P7 position on an outlap at the moment. And a little bit further down, Hayden Skates. All right, we'll jump on board with Hayden Skates. Over to you, Rickers, for his flying lap.
All right, thank you, SJ. He's going to go down into Saint Devant, as the known saying of no heroics go down into Saint Devant. He's going through Beer Rivage now into turn number 2, going into turn number 3. An area where you can see some dive bombs for some pretty optimistic drivers. Now making his way through turn number 4. Having a bit of a, at least on my end, having a bit of a connectivity spike. But it is a purple sector for the Williams driver, making his way through the famous Monaco hairpin. Good exit there. Gonna go ahead and make his way going into the tunnel. He's got one more corner before the tunnel. Coming out of turn 8, now you go foot to the floor, pedal to the metal, straight through this tunnel. As he's gonna make his way to the chicane. Now if you get too close to the chicane, your left tire can make a bid for freedom here, but so far it stays attached. Making his way through the corner. Now he's gonna go ahead and make his way to the swimming pool area, and let's see what he can go ahead and do here. Now this is the area where you can really make or break your lap time. He goes through it very nicely, coming through the penultimate corner now. Let's see if he comes into the pits. Nope, he's going to continue on. He's going to enter the DRS zone. Pedal to metal, what's this time going to be? It's going to be actually not approved by any stretch.
114. 114, and we've got a DNF there. Unfortunately, J Mac has lost it in Sector 2, which I'm just going to jump on board with the Alpine. He might be able to see it here. No, they've cleared it up very, very quickly. So J Mac is out, unfortunately. 114.778 makes that mistake. We've got 2 minutes to go, and Quicksilver Deck, Larkin and Hayden are in a little bit of trouble here. J-Mac is out, so that's one down. But what are we going to see from Quicksilver Deck? As I'm going to jump on board with a flying lap with him. Now he goes up into the first corner, up the hill, burning the ERS. Do not invalidate. He invalidated in Sector 3 area, coming through the tunnel. You got it all wrong there. So it's actually through the swim pool, sorry. Coming into the turn 2, turn 3. Then he's going to be coming up very nicely here, burning a lot of the ERS, about 60% good amount of ERS left in that Sector 2. Are we going to see an improvement? Well, we're not, because he hasn't set a time yet. He has to get this right, otherwise he is out. And that means double Ferrari starting last in the race. That will not be... Oh, he loses it there, and I think that's it. I think it's done. What does he do? Does he drop out and go again? Oh, it's going to be tough here. We may see him go again. He may have lost a couple of attempts. This could be trouble here for Quicksilver Deck. Is he going to... No, he's going to continue his lap at the moment. He's made a big, big mistake there, coming through the swimming pool section into 5th gear. Very, very close to the wall there. Very nicely. No invalidation. This time he's losing the back end. Smacks into the wall there. And really, really struggling. And let me have a look. He's going to finish his lap, but I think he could be out of here. He's got... The grip is absolutely terrible. He's not getting any grip. Look at that. It's a 117. And he is eliminated from quali. We're on board with Larkin in that P18 position. He's in Sector 3 at the moment. He is looking like to go out. This could be breaking news here. We have a double Ferrari out in Q1, which is massive, Rekus, from how good they've been. Oh, Larkin gets it all wrong in the final corner. And is there going to be an improvement there? Does he get out? No, he doesn't. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a double qualifying exit for the Ferrari team there. Not the best there for Ferrari.
Yeah, I mean, pretty unfortunate there. And honestly, seeing Quicksilver kind of slide around a bit kind of reminds me of Dynasty from Div 4, who had their rear wing damage, but persevered enough to at least finish the race. I think it was classified as a DNF because he was like 7 or so laps down in Div 4. But yeah, it's kind of weird to see. I mean, typically you want to run such a high downforce setup here at Monaco that your back end should not be sliding around so much, and Quicksilver slides into the wall and outside of the swimming pool chicane, and yep, that's his qualifying done and dusted. I think Larkins is still trying now. He's a second down too, so it's double Ferrari Q1 exit. That is a rough.
And Hayden as well. Hayden out of Q1 one as well. So we'll be getting those guys in for an interview. But yeah, if you have tuned in with us tonight, it's 51 people tuning in for Division 6. Good to see. We got to 71 for Division 2. Let's try and see if we can push that up and keep the viewership going. We're all loving the support lately. But if you have tuned in with us 34 minutes in, and we have just lost both Ferraris, H-Town with the quali ban, J-Mac with the DNF, and Hayden Skates, unfortunately, is the last driver that has been eliminated. And yeah, breaking news, both Ferrari out in Q1. A bit like the real Formula 1 as well, isn't it? Sometimes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky time starting out here for Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari's been very strong this season. It's actually kind of shocking seeing them both out in Q1, but I mean, you can't win them all. Sometimes you do just have those kind of rough races. I mean, I know I've mentioned it before early on in the stream, but Alpine had a good quali, but then a pretty rough race. I mean, 1-2 in quali, and then the race itself, they were barely in the points. So maybe we can see something of the opposite for Ferrari. Maybe they can still come through. I mean, anything can happen here in Rush Racing League. We have seen crazy things happen here, but we have also seen some tomfoolery, like the Alpine of Gangster actually driving on the wall a bit. So that is definitely something that can happen here. But I mean, qualifying is one thing. The race is a completely different ball game. So they still can keep their chin up at least a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And there you go. So if you have tuned in, Filthy Orange, Jacqueline, and PJ, they took the top spot, but people that got eliminated was H-Town, Quicksilver, Larkin, J-Mac, and Hayden Skates. And we will be up very, very shortly with Q2. Got sent those in, guys, an invite. If they do want to jump in to the comms box, jump in. Let's have a chat. Let's see what went wrong. Big up to Grizz for the sub, mate. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. And we've done some onboards as well. Chevy P1 for the race from Donut Gorilla. Well, we'll have to wait and see, mate. You put your predictions in, and yeah, we'll see what happens. What do you think we're going to see in the Q2? We're going to see improvement in times, or are we going to see a little bit the same?
I think we're going to see some improvements, especially from some of the drivers that were over a second down. I think we'll see more drivers within that 1 second gap to the leader. I think we'll see a few times switch. We might see even a shock Q2 exit from one of our front runners here. So it all just really depends. And even without him even saying anything, I can give you almost a 100% guarantee on what J-Mac did to actually pretty much end this qualifying session a bit early. But I think I'm expecting actually at least one DNF. That is going to be my commentator prediction for Q2 is one DNF.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see. And while everyone has tuned in, big up to all of our sponsors, AI369, Pagni and SimLab, and also a new affiliate, SRC. And if you need a setup, then feel free to jump on board with SRC and use the code RUSH09. You'll get a discount code, and that can be any setup from any of the tracks for this season's calendar as well. If you need any information, then feel free to message us. Remember, the giveaway on Instagram finishes tomorrow night after Division 3. It will be live on stream. We will announce the winner, and yeah, if you're not in it, then get involved. It's been very, very good. We've got real good traction from it, and really appreciate the giveaway from SRC. And yeah, I'm sure there'll be more giveaways throughout the season, Rickers.
Indeed, yeah. So a massive thank you to all of our absolutely fantastic sponsors. We love the support from them, as well as we love the support from you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I mean, the viewership here in Rush this season has been absolutely off the wall. So I mean, it's mind-blowing, but it's 100% deserved because these drivers in all of our divisions 1 through 6 plus NA, I mean, they are some of the best drivers in F1. I would say some of them could even give some of the F1 sim racers a run for their money.
Yes, no, they are getting better and better, and so much more potential, so much more learning capabilities. And talking about NA, that was announced today, the full lineup. So the roster is out for NA, which is starting off on Saturday morning for Miami, which is yeah, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
I am so glad that the NA season is officially kicking off on my home track. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. But yeah, I mean, NA's been having some pretty good races too. I know OC is the main division, but if some of you guys, like myself, are on that American time zone and you want to go ahead and check out the NA races, they're pretty good. I mean, we had a pretty dramatic race in Canada, and then a heartbreaking end of the race for Williams in Spain. Very solid drive. Unfortunately, got tapped in the rear end, unfortunately, by a McLaren, and ended up just losing a potential race win. But there's a lot of drama and a lot of high stakes actions going on in NA, so go ahead and check out NA as well.
Yeah, we have, and TMT's gone off into the runoff area there, and he's got it completely wrong. He actually can reset to track if he is stuck, so just to let him know that was notified. But Jackal does a 1:12.921, takes pole position again, but didn't take pole position at the end of Q1. It was actually Filthy Orange that jumped him. But no, looking strong here tonight, McLaren, for Jackal, especially unlucky in Jeddah, but no, he's looking pretty strong. We've got TMT that's done a 1:13.474, and he's out. Oh my days, TMT has just lost it into the wall, and he is out. Well, there you go.
Well,
and we've also lost Drew
there's
Ziller.
the DNF.
We've lost two. Two are gone. So, well, there you go. That's going to be quick interviews for us. Going into the next qualifying, which we will jump on board with these guys in a sec, but I will just tag them because Drew Ziller is out and so is TMT, so I'll just get ready for that. We've lost two drivers, so yeah, that's really unfortunate, and yeah, I think TMT is going to struggle. He set a time, but 1:13.4. It's, yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough, and Drew Zell hasn't set the time and is out. So, alright, we go on board with Paul and Hal, and I'll let you take this one away, Rikus, in the Aston Martin of Paul and Hal.
Alright, thank you so much. So, we're about to see the Aston Martin driver go ahead and begin his lap. We're going to go ahead and see how he does here in the Aston Martin. He's going to go ahead and start the lap right about now. He's going to make his way into Saint Devote. Very nicely done through turn number 1, making his run up the hill, making his way towards Massenet. Turn 3 right here, and then about to go ahead and descend onto the casino corner. Wow, words. He's going to go ahead. It's a purple sector though for the Aston Martin, so Paul and Hell is doing a fantastic job here going through the Monaco hairpin. And then he's going to go ahead and make his run down into turn number 7 and then turn number 8. And then he goes through the tunnel, one of the only flat out sections here on the course. He's going to go ahead and go through 6th gear, 7th gear, not quite getting to 8th gear. And now that chicane is the destroyer of front left tires, as I think we saw it happen with J-Mac earlier. But he gets through in one piece. Oh, into the wall, but still purple sector 2 somehow. So, I mean, Paulin's on a very good pace right now. He might even jump up into the top position here. So we'll see. He's only got 2 more corners left to go. Now he's going through the high speed corner. Going to go ahead and punch it straight down. Coming across the line. What's his time going to be? Oh, it's not going to be quite enough to take pole. I think he lost so much time there on the wall tap. But 1.7 seconds off of the pole time.
Yeah, he's put himself into P7 there, so safe at the moment. We've then got Chevy Wills, Striker, MSG, Overload, and Keeper, who is on an outlap as well. So I'm going to take you on board with Keeper in the Williams, and a very impressive start in Q1. So here we go, down into the first corner, burning a little bit of ARS. Not much traffic in front, so he's got clean air. So this should be a very good time for Keeper in that Williams. 8 minutes to go in qualifying. Let's have a look. He hasn't set a time at the moment. We've got actually one driver on the mediums, so he's risking it there. I don't know why you would want to go on the mediums here. It's definitely not mediums quali, but no, it is what it is. Might be changing up a little bit of a strap there, and might try and see if he can get through on the mediums. Who does put himself up into 1:13.758 into P8. And yeah, right, here we go. So Keeper coming through the tunnel, 44%, quite low on ERS. He's probably used quite a lot of management there. Let's have a look. Very nicely, very, very clean. Cross the curb there. Very easy to invalidate. Now, how is he going to go through the swimming pool? Really pushes that car right round. Purple as well, keeping it very nicely. No invalidations. Really losing the car. Fighting the car through swimming pool. And then last couple of corners. This is where you can either get it wrong if you take it too tight. Be really careful not to step out that back. All the way, burn the RS and the DRS, getting close to the wall, and goes P7 with 1:13.041. Not a bad lap there from Keeper, and he is safe for the time being. We've got one driver left at the time, which is Chevy Wills down the bottom. And hello Apex Hunter, welcome to the stream, my friend. And just want to say, we've got 19 followers left, Wreckers, till we hit 2,000 followers on Twitch.
That is absolutely beautiful. I mean, that is beyond amazing that we're almost reached this milestone as a community. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. That is just beyond amazing. And it's well deserved too, because like I mentioned earlier on, these drivers are absolutely fantastic. Excellent races, week in, week out. They can even make boring tracks like Monaco to be very exciting. I mean, Singapore in the real world is not really an exciting track either, but whenever you see Rush Racing League going to Singapore, you know that it is going to be a certified cinematic banger of a track. So you know it's going to be absolutely amazing anytime you see the Rush Racing League is heading to, well, pretty much any track on the calendar, honestly.
That means quite a lot, I guess. Thank you very much for that. The main thing is giving the guys entertainment. As Jackal goes pole with a 1:11.5. Where did he pull that from? 5.5 tenths quicker than Bread Mannequin. Very impressive from the McLaren driver there. So he's really, really pushed the all limits there and taking pole position in Q2 at the moment, with Bread in P2 and MPJ in P3. Great start there from Mercedes as well in P4 and P2, and Red Bull P6 and P7. And we've got the new full debutant of Lucas Jaranek in that P5 as well. It's looking pretty close at the top though, isn't it? Like, you've got 5 tenths between Jackal and Bread, then you've got literally 40 thousandths of a second between Bread and MPJ, 2 tenths between MPJ and Filthy, and then literally 40,000 tenths between Lucas and Dip Filthy Orange. Yes, and that doesn't mean that he has to go up because of that time. It is just meaning that he has had a very good lap, I would say, because we know that Jackal unfortunately doesn't have the pace of Division 5, but that is an impressive time, I've got to say. I don't know where he's pulled that from.
Another thing that we have to kind of note too is quality pace and race pace are usually two completely separate things. I mean, I'm not going to bring up Alpine again just because I feel like I have beat that unfortunately dead horse quite a bit.
Please do, I'm here.
But still, I mean, qualifying pace. Qualifying isn't exactly everything.
I'm happy to hear what you've got to say about Alpine, because I'm in the team, so fire away.
Oh, yes. Well, considering that they qualified P1 and P2 in Division 4 and then ended up barely in the points at the end of Monaco in Div 4, qualifying isn't exactly everything here. I was actually joking with one of the Alpine drivers in Div 2 yesterday about that race. Shout out to 2Asian for you, fantastic driver, with a pretty good sense of humor as well. We were actually talking quite a bit yesterday, just in the morning, both on the American time zone. But he told me that he sent me a friend request on Discord just to tell me that he actually kind of enjoyed listening to me and Cooper, who are the commentators for Division 4 the other night, just kind of saying that Alpine that their downfall basically had to be studied.
Fair enough. It is what it is. It's interesting to say, because these guys will get quicker throughout the season, and obviously favourite tracks, they change things up a little bit. But yeah, it is a very good time. It is like, it is very quick. But can he do it in the race? Can he do it for 39 laps and keep that pole position? And it's like Qatar next week. It's a very difficult track. Track limits is going to be the key there, and that will give us the best gauge that we've got to see where people are going to be going after Qatar, because we will be moving people up and we'll moving people down. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But so far, it's been interesting because it's been tough because we've had someone dominate the foreign week that we thought that would dominate the second week, but haven't. So then, what do? And this is a very, very difficult track to gauge on people's race pace or if they need to go up. Because people are very cautious around Monaco. They've got to be because the walls. It's so easy to DNF, but then when you've got a wide track like Qatar next week, it's going to be a lot more open, so we're going to be able to gauge where everyone's at. I feel that is, that's the track. So between obviously round one in Jeddah and Qatar, I think it will give us a bit of a gauge to see who's moving up and who's moving down.
Ooh. So just taking a look at it, either MJP or Dwight. I think that was Dwight. Lost the front end plate, and Lucas actually had to swerve her out, but he still sets a very good time. Only 2.63 tenths behind Jackal. And I mean, I know we talked about Alpine's misfortune last week, but right now Alpine is looking very strong with Lucas. First, his debut in Rush Racing League, and I think he's off to a pretty good start here. Because like you said, Monaco is such a difficult track, and I mean, funny enough, Qatar is probably wider than the last two tracks we've been on combined. Because I mean, Jeddah's tight. Those walls take absolutely no prisoners, and they also has a chicane that likes to remove front left tires. And Monaco, I mean, it's Monaco. It's really hard to make an overtake here, and you pretty much gotta have so much extra momentum, or you have to have a heart of steel to just send it in one of the straights to go ahead and try to make an overtake. Qatar is gonna be a really different because it's pretty easy to make moves around Qatar. Like you said, wider track. Um, Walls don't really exist on Qatar. I mean, you have to go really far out to hit one. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Qatar because it's one of those races that it's really tricky, but it's usually a really good time.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we've seen there MSG is out of Q2 and D White is out. Paul in hell, is he going to be knocked out? Uncle Morty has made it through so far at the moment. Paul in hell is in that P8, P11 position. He's got hardly any ERS. He is running on fumes on that battery at the moment, 5%. He doesn't look like it's going to be. It looks like he's going to be keeper. Has just gone up into P10. Paul in hell looks like he's going to be out. We could have a double. Aston Martin out in Q2. Yes, we do, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if MSG Overload is going to be able to do anything. Dear White has left the session, so if we can get him back in, Records, that would be great. But it looks like Overload could be out. He's going one last time. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to stay through or not? It doesn't look like it. No, it's not. And there we go. We have lost both Aston Martins in Q number 2. Drama here, ladies and gentlemen. So, we have got another one. Breaking news. I love doing these. Breaking news. Both Astons. There we go. Astons out in Q2. There we go. And we're going to pin that. Great work there from Keeper, just managing to get himself into Q3. And this is who we've got going into Q3. If you have just joined us tonight, Jackal taking a very impressive pole time of 1:11.590. Lucas not that far behind, 2.5 tenths behind with 11.8. Then Bread, then MPJ, then Filthy Orange, Uncle Morty Striker, David Chevy Wheels, and Keeper. We are losing Paul and Hell, DY, Overload, TMT, Drewzilla, who have been eliminated. Well, we've got 2 Ferraris out in Q1 and 2 Astons out in Q1. Bit of drama here tonight in Division 6. Rickers?
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier when we were talking about Ferrari getting that double exit in Q1, you can't win them all. You're always gonna have at least one bad week or one bad weekend. It just tends to happen. You're gonna have at least one bad track. I mean, there's so many races on the Rush Racing League calendar. It's impossible to be perfect at every single track. There's always gonna be at least one track that a driver struggles on. If we're thinking of real life examples, Max Verstappen has never won Singapore. He's actually led less laps than Antonio Giovinazzi in a Sauber. So, I mean, there's always gonna be that one track that you're not gonna be a fan of.
Yeah, it is. It's always there's always one, and like I would definitely say I'm not looking forward to Qatar next week. I think it's going to be an absolute struggle. Um, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't know if any of these guys are going to want to jump in and talk. They may be a little bit frustrated. We've got Drusilla, TNT, Lord Dove, Taylor, D1, Paul, and Hell. Hopefully they jump in and have a little bit of a chat to us. So we can try and kill some time. We've got 11 minutes to go in Q3. Right. Prediction time. Because we can do that now in Q3. I'm going to... Who will take Pole? And we'll jump on board with some interviews.
I mean, considering his pace, I'm pretty sure I do have my answer. But before we get to that, we do have somebody who has jumped on it and ready for an interview. It is Drewzilla. All right, so getting started with our interviews. Drew, just curious on what happened out there because you weren't able to set a time and you DNF'd or retired. So just walk us through what happened here.
Yeah, mate, just cooked it. I was feeling good around that whole lap, and then coming out of the tunnel past the I guess the zigzag bit there, I just clipped the inside wall and wiped off the tyre. Tried to commit, overcommitted, and clipped the wall. Lost the tyre. Devastated.
I mean, that is probably like where we see the most DNFs on the quarter, and I don't have any confirmation, but I'm pretty sure in Q1 J Mackey DNF'd at the exact same spot. I mean, and I've done it a countless amount of times, and I mean, with Monaco, that's pretty much one of the key things is you got to really make it through that chicane without absolutely removing that front left tire. How are your feelings about potentially trying to claw back up? I mean, you're still starting off in the points here. So how are you feeling about your potential of trying to claw back up and try to get more points for Alpine?
Yeah, look, as long as I don't lose any tyres on track, maintain keeping zero damage and limiting the pens, I think I should just hold in and just see how the track goes. It might get lucky with a late safety car if I've got limited pens, so we'll wait and see.
Indeed, yeah. And also, are you predicting any rain to come through? Because rain was a big factor in Division 4 earlier in the week.
Mate, if there's any rain, I'm buggered. I hope there isn't, but I'll try and do my best to take it easy and see what happens on track.
All right, last thing before I pass you on to SJ. Your teammate is making his debut this week, so how do you think he's been doing so far?
I saw him sitting in P2 there before, so yeah, look, he's going to bring home some good, decent points for the team, which is good to see. I've been checking out some of his quali TT times as well, so yeah, no, he's definitely up the high end of the list with some of his track craft. So let's see. Yeah, he's looking good.
I agree with you 100%. I think Alpine made a pretty good choice in picking up Lucas. He has been impressing us here in the commentary box, and we'll see what he can do. Anyways, best of luck to you with tonight's race. It's going to be a tricky one, and I'll pass you over to SJ.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, Vegas. Drew, obviously you've seen what's happened with Alpine over the space of all the other divisions, and it just seems like just being, safe and not DNFing is probably the way to go. Maybe tonight. How are you feeling? Are you feeling that you can get into the points or even go into the top 5, top 10? What's the goal tonight?
Mate, look, honestly, if I can score some points with not getting many pens and I guess any pens after the fact of the race, I'll be very, very happy. Monaco is definitely not my favourite track, so the nerves will be there, but I'm just going to go out there, give it my best and see what happens, see if I can bring some points in.
What's the strategy you think? Or if you want to announce it, you don't have to. But what's your strategy for tonight?
Oh, mate, after looking at some of the other divisions, I think just sticking on the tyres. If I've got no damage, keep going. If there's a safety car, if I've got damage, I've got a pit. Just trying to limit the damage. Stay clean. Try and give space. There's limited overtake positions, so just trying to, I guess, defend cleanly against any position changes against me, I guess.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I wish you all the best, and yeah, let's go LP.
Cheers, SJ. Team Peen, let's go.
It is Team Peen, yeah. All right, we've got another
Hey,
driver.
where's the bias?
Yeah, we've got another driver that's just jumped in, Lord Darth Taylor, mate. Yeah, give us a little bit of a heads up what happened in Q2.
Q2. I mean, the car felt great. It's just like I just like not as like I mean, I'm not as like confident to fully push like most of these guys are. I'm still getting used to the game. But other than that, I felt pretty good. I mean, I had overall, I had one of the faster sector twos. It's just like on that final push lap, the car decided to lose their rear end a little bit going in the swimming pool, lost a little time. But I feel pretty good. Me and Paul are literally like within a tenth of each other. I feel honestly, I'm like kind of liking midfield because like you're not going to be in the front to get all the dive bombs, but you're also not in the back where you're going to get all caught up into the craziness.
Yeah, well, let's have a little bit of a chat with Aston Martin. You've had a very, very good start in Monaco across the board. I think it's been a really good week for you guys.
I had a really good Jetta, but just happened to be unfortunately wrecked out.
What's the plan? Where do you feel that you can finish tonight with what you've seen in Monaco and what you've seen in the other divisions?
What I've seen so far, it looks like it's going to be a lot of chaos going into Zandvoort. I'm just gonna like lean back and just like play the race as it goes, because there's going to be a bunch of safety cars. We all know that. It's Monaco. It's a given.
I mean, counterpoint, Division 6, I think, was the cleanest division in Jeddah.
It was. I mean, I was the only one who went out last week.
Okay, all good.
But other than that, I actually feel really good about the car.
Okay.
All right. Taylor. All right. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that you're out in Q2, and like you were just talking about a few moments ago, you didn't have the best of times in Jeddah. How are you looking to turn it around? Because you're in the points currently based on qualifying position, but do you think you and your teammate are going to be able to move up tonight?
We shall see. It depends on the safety cars and pit strategy, because pit track position is 100% key here, because like I said, it's harder to pass. Being the cars are big, the track position is going to be your best friend tonight.
Indeed, and also, I mean, I know it's pretty tricky going through Jeddah, which is a tough enough track as it is. It's high speed, walls are close, margin of error practically non-existent. You're gonna have such tight precision around there. And then you go to a similar track in Monaco, which is arguably a bit tougher, even though it is a bit lower speed. So, but Qatar is next week. I know it's kind of early to talk about Qatar, but what are your thoughts on the track?
Qatar it's a very, very hard on tires. It's actually one of the faster tracks on the schedule, because it's a higher average speed. There's really not much, or maybe there's really one zone where you're down to gear 2, and you're pretty much like on the throttle almost 2/3 of the lap. It's a fast track. It's in the desert. It's gonna eat tires. Tires are going to be your best friend next week.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, kind of like Barcelona, it is a track that kind of chews through tires like a 6-year-old chewing through a pack of bubble gum. So overall, last question I'm going to ask you before we let you go is, Are you predicting any rain here today like there was in Division 4?
It all depends on what the lobby gives us when we restart.
Alright, well, best of luck to you, and thanks for jumping on in.
Not a problem. Have a good evening.
You too.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Vegas. Good to talk to a few of the drivers. Unfortunately, that did not make it through. But while that's been going on, we've had some spicy things changing up at the front. Lucas taking pole position with a 110.938, and Brett Meekin 111.192. Striker at 111.513. Obviously, Brett and Striker still on laps. Can they take Lucas off the front? We'll have to wait and see here. We've then got Jackal in P4, which is coming right round. Doesn't seem to improve on his time coming across the line. Where's he going to put that car? It was very impressive. He has improved up to a 111.366 and nearly goes into the wall on the exit as well. Who else have we got coming across the line? It's Striker that's about to start. And these times have been impressive, but we've got to understand in Q3, the track ramps right up. So these times are probably normal what we would see in Q3.
Indeed, yeah, because I mean, the thing about having the 3-stage qualifying sessions like we have tonight is that with each session, the track does get overall quicker. There's a track evolution, which provides that very crucial grip here around the streets of Monte Carlo. So, I mean, it's kind of natural to see these times kind of fall down, but I mean, Lucas, I mean, if he can finish on pole here, then that is a heck of a debut there for the Alpine. And I mean, it's a very good start here. We'll see if anyone else can jump up, because Jackal has been dominating for most of these sessions, been putting really solid lap times, but he just hasn't been able to hook it up here in Q3. I mean, he's putting in some really good times, faster times than anything I could put down for certain, but I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting. Luca is done. Jackal's done. He doesn't improve. Who else do we have on circuit? Who can improve? We'll see. Chevy is coming to improve. Striker's done. He's in P4. Keeper is not going to set time. He'll start from P10. We'll see if the kick Sauber of Chevy has anything he can do about it. Is he going to go ahead and improve his time? He's now just got the run down to the line, open DRS, and he's into 7th. Not an improvement on his time or position, but still a pretty good lap there from the Sauber. And then we got the 2 Red Bulls. DM's going to come across the line. Is he going to improve? He jumps up into 7th. What about Uncle Morty? Can Uncle Morty go ahead and jump his way up as well? Can he get closer to his teammate? We'll see as he comes across the line. He jumps his teammate actually in P7. So last car still left to go ahead and finish their lap is MPJ. So we'll see if MPJ can go ahead and finish it up here. He's going through the swimming pool section, an area where you can really make or break your lap time. He's going through the last 2 corners now, turn 17 and turn 18. Oh, he's coming into the pit, so he's not going to improve either.
Here we go. Well, there you go. Well, there we have it. Yeah, we are done. And I know what people are saying. Yeah, top 3 would have been Div 5, but remember, it's Q3, so the track ramps up. It doesn't necessarily mean that they would have done those times in short quality, as we saw earlier on, that they didn't. Or in Q1, obviously, it was a lot slower. So, no, you don't, mate. It's Q3. The track is near enough a second quicker, so you don't need Div 7. So, anyway, let's go with the predictions, because the predictions is Lucas. So if you vote for Lucas, you have got it correct, because he takes pole position. So well done to Lucas. Impressive times there, and looks like it's going to be a nice little battle at that top 4, as we're seeing with the classification results coming in now. Lucas taking pole position, Brett taking P2, 2.5 tenths between Brett and Lucas, and then Jackal in P3. They are your top 3. Then Striker, then MPJ, Filthy Orange, Uncle Morty, David, Chevy Rules, and Keeper. Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting race, but no, congratulations to all of them, and I think it's going to be an interesting battle of the top 4, Rekus.
Oh yeah, I mean, we know Striker's quick. We know Jackal's been pretty quick, although not quite as quick as was in Q1 and Q2. Lucas has been impressing very strongly, and obviously Breadman has a really good pace last week out in Jeddah. So we'll see what is going to happen here. There's a lot to play for here in this race. It's a really tricky one. Still early on in the season. When coming into the week, Mercedes were leading the overall, so having their driver in P2 to go ahead and kick things off ahead of the kicks is a very good thing for them in terms of the overalls. So, I mean, it'll be an interesting race. I think we will see some very spicy moves, some moves that I probably wouldn't attempt even in a career mode race, but we'll see how it goes because I think this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're just going to get the screenshots of full quali results so we can reset the lobby and start again. So quickly, let me get these very, very quickly. There we go. Right, so we will. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the grid all lined up, ready to go. Settings all done and dusted. And we are about to go 39 laps around Monaco. We saw a very impressive qualifying there by Lucas Jaranek, who took pole position on his debut as well. And it looks like it's going to have a very good battle at the top. Rekus, what do you think we're going to see here tonight in this race?
I think we're going to see some fantastic racing, some drivers kind of trying to jockey for position in the opening laps, even though this really isn't the track to do it on. But, I mean, in Division 4, we did see quite a few dive bomb attempts. So I think we're going to see a few of those potentially in the open laps. Probably at least one safety car, I'd imagine. But I think it's still going to be a really fantastic race because I think Div 6 is severely underrated.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to wait and see how they're going to surprise us. We've got 45 viewers tuning in tonight, 21 subscriptions, 1981. We are only 18 away, 19 viewers away or followers away from 2,000 followers on Twitch. Remember, don't forget, one more time before we start, get amongst the giveaway for Instagram for the setups. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're away at Monaco for Division 6. Here we go into the first corner. Lucas takes it very nicely, takes pole position. Right up in the P2, Jackal and Striker coming very close together. Everyone through into turn 1. We've got 20 cars through. Great start there, Rekus.
It's a good start for the Ferraris, too. They're already up a few positions down to P17 and P18. They've already jumped. MSG is falling like a stone here. He's already got front wing damage, missing a good part of the front end plate, and that's a Ferrari into the wall. Quicksilver has just lost a good part of his front right wing, and comes into contact with MSG overload to go to the hairpin. And there's a McLaren parked on the hairpin. So there's so much drama going on here in the back. MSG and Quicksilver stuck together like peanut butter and jelly, not wanting to give up any positions. Massive drama here on the opening lap. Larkins is missing a front wing. J-Mac was just for some reason parked in the hairpin. H-Town's going to go ahead and make the jump over MSG, and MSG has just been falling like a stone in the opening stages of this race. He is missing pretty much the entirety of his front wing, so quite a few cars with damage here to kick things off.
Yeah, definitely. It's all been going on at the back between J-Mac, Larkin, Quicksilver Deck, and H-Town was involved in that as well. I think he has got his whole front plate, but he is going to be in a little bit of trouble because he's losing so much time to the rest. And there you go, 3 guys in the pits. We've got TMT that's in, David is in, Larkin's in, Quicksilver Deck is in, and MSG. So 5 cars in the pits. A lot of drama going in there. Double stack for Ferrari. It's gone from bad to worse. It was bad in qualifying. It's bad on the race on lap 2 out of 39. Now they're going to have to push on going that longer strategy at the moment. Lucas Jaranek in that pole position, then Brett, then Jackal, then Striker, then MPJ, then Uncle Morty, Filthy Orange, Chevy Wolves, Keeper, Paul and Hell, Hayden Skates, D White, Druzella, J-Mac, H-Town, David, TMT, Larkin in MSG, Overload, and Quicksilver Deck are your runners at the moment in that order. But great start there for Lucas, Brett, and Jackal. And we're just going to jump on board Jackal. Jackal hits the wall coming out the swimming pool section there. Could have damage to that right side of that McLaren. And yeah, it is all kicking off here. Does he have damage? No, he doesn't. It's just a slight bang. But he's getting very close to Brett. It burnt a lot of his ERS already, Beckus. 20% already, and we're only on lap 3.
Yeah, it's a bit too much ERS usage there from the McLaren driver as he's trying to chase down that Mercedes just up ahead, making his way through turn number 2 now. We've seen some dive bombs here through turn 3, but we're not going to see this one this time because, I mean, Jackal, if he doesn't have any damage on his car that I can see, maybe rear wing damage, but I don't think that's the case because I think he'd be sliding around a lot more, but he's still pretty much right up on the back as Breadman does take the hairpin a bit wide, allowing Jackal to close up a little bit here. So we'll see how this plays out. Through the tunnel they go. Jackal still trying to close that gap to Breadman here. We'll see if he's going to think about a move. Maybe for a split second he'll think about it, but obviously that chicane is not a place. That's where his teammate binned it earlier on in Q1. But so far, it's been a pretty interesting race so far. Lots of drama here, but what's also really nice is the fact that Jackal's pretty much right up the gearbox of Breadman here. Hayden gets the 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And going into lap 4, there's a lot of drama that's already kicked off here in Div 6.
Yeah, he's already lost his front wing there in the Williams and P12 and that penalty as well. But we're just going to go on board with Jackal. He is really putting the pressure on Bread. Really burning his ERS. Bread having a lot more ERS, so he's managing that ERS very well. Jackal seems to be quicker in certain areas of the track, but he's got to be very careful. Hayden comes into the pits. Squirrel Hill will drop further down at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see how it's going. Vettel, good evening, mate. Hope you are enjoying the race. Obviously, your driver doing a great job in P2 and your other driver in P7, so really good positions at the moment. 2.4 seconds, Jackal to Striker, so they're pulling away from the rest of the pack. Already Mekas on lap 4.
Indeed, yeah. So, I mean, it's really good pace here from the top 3, and Lucas is already out of DRS range from Breadman. So, I mean, he's doing a fantastic job on his debut with Alpine. Fantastic work there from Lucas. But again, I got to give a lot of credit to Jackal as well. Jackal's really putting the pressure on Breadman. And Breadman he deserves credit too, because he hasn't folded one bit under pressure. We know sometimes drivers like to fold like laundry under pressure, but Breadman, he's just going through it. He's still putting up a mighty fine effort, keeping that McLaren behind. But with these two battling so hard, Lucas is just pulling away in that Alpine. A very good start to them. But remember, last week, earlier on in the week, Alpine had a really good start, but it just didn't really play out for them in the end. So we'll see if that's going to be the case, or if Lucas can start good and end good.
Yeah, no, it's looking good at the moment. 1.2 out in front. Red just far behind there. Jackal 8.5 tenths. So I think he's just going to let off a little bit to try and save some of that ERS, because he is really draining that battery going into it. We've then got Striker in that P4 position, followed very closely by MPJ, which is a real good start for him in that Hassi. He's doing a really good job there. We've got Uncle Morty in P6 there, followed very, very closely with Filthy Orange. So this battle's going on all over the place. And then there's a big gap from Filthy Orange to Chevy Wills, 3.5 seconds behind. Then you've got Keeper, 8 tenths behind him. So nice little battle there. And then Paul and Hell is behind that. Then there's a 3.4 second gap there between D White, 6 seconds behind him is Drusilla. We've got Yellows, and that is a Ferrari, I think. Yep, it is. Quicksilver has lost his front left, and he has been lapped already, I think. That is not what he wants, and he's got to be very, very careful here. Yeah, he has been lapped already. So Ferrari having an absolute mare tonight. Both 19th and 20th, not the best of nights for them, but yeah, he's going to have to get out of the way, and yeah, it's going to be an uphill struggle as well, because he's now got another car, and he's going to have to get out of the way of him as well. But no, good driving from the Ferrari, getting out of the way, but they are in extremely difficult position at the moment, with all the cars coming behind them and being lapped already on lap 6.
Yeah, both Ferraris have actually been lapped now at this stage of the Grand Prix. That is... oh, that's just heartbreaking for Ferrari. I mean, they've already had a tough day in the office in Q1, double elimination, and then turn around in the race, and they're already lapped. It's lap 6, and they've already been lapped. I mean, this is almost exactly what happened to Dynasty in Div 4 for Mercedes. Just got some kind of damage in the early stages, then just kind of limped home for the rest of the race. Although, hopefully for their sake, Ferrari doesn't get lapped as much, as Quicksilver's got issues. I'm almost thinking that it might be a bit of a mechanical issue on his end, because I mean, he slowed way down to let his teammate overtake him. So I'm not sure what's going on with this Ferrari pair, but it is not looking great.
No, it's not. And I was going to say that Brad was catching up to Lucas there.
Oh,
he's gone into the wall again.
Quicksilver. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, a bit too much throttle there on the exit of turn 6 or 18, actually. I think that's the final corner of the track. So, yeah, Ferrari's day just keeps you gotta feel for that team. You gotta feel for the Ferraris at this point.
No, definitely, as we're seeing the Alpine of Drusilla coming in, obviously front wing change there. We're going to see a lot of those front wing changes, I think, tonight. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But Ferrari are not having the night at all tonight. Obviously, at the points, being lapped already. And Lucas doing a great job, 1.6 seconds in front. It was around about 8 tenths early on. Brad was getting in that consistency going, but now he seems to drop off a little bit now and down to 1.5. He's low on the ERS, and so is Jackal. So they are really draining a lot of that battery to try and keep with the leader. But they're having a nice little battle on their end. But to be honest with you, these guys, if they just continue what they're doing, as Jackal really does slide the car out there. As I was saying, if these guys just continue what they're doing, then it looks like it's going to be a top 3 for these guys, unless they can put pressure on and the strategy changes later on in the race.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, strategy really flipped the Division 4 race on its head, and honestly, one of the best ways to try to get overtakes done on this track is to go ahead and just get that strategy call correct. You got to figure out when you want to swap tires to the next set. You got to always figure that out, and I think Monaco is probably one of the most crucial tracks for getting that strategy absolutely perfect. And as we see David pretty much right up on the back of H-Town here, the Red Bull taking on the Sauber, and there's a Williams in the wall. That's that's Hayden. Hayden lost it into the wall. He's crawling into the pits now.
Interesting there, interesting. We're going to go back down to Filthy Orange, because Filthy Orange is really putting the pressure on Uncle Morty there. I'm going to jump on board with Striker in a second. But look at the battle going on here between Filthy Orange and Uncle Morty, really putting the pressure on. 7 laps on those mediums at the moment. 9 laps on the race, which is a little bit strange. But there we go. We go up to Striker. He is on 8 lap mediums. Okay, that's strange as well. So obviously some of these guys may have used some of these tyres in quali. I have no idea, but we're on board with a Striker at the moment. 4.3 seconds behind Jackal. 3.5 seconds behind him is MPJ. He's in free air at the moment. And yeah, got a good opportunity of getting some good points. TNT winning Jeddah last week, and Striker up in the top 4. So Visa Cash App having a good weekend so far in Division 6. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, VCurve has really been a team that came out against firing. I mean, they had some really good pace in Jeddah. Obviously, TMT had less than fortunate qualifying here, but he's still keeping it in. And then obviously Striker. I mean, there's a time in Jeddah that we thought Striker was actually on track to getting a podium. Didn't quite pan out for him, unfortunately, but his teammate did get the win. So VCarb looking very strong here in the opening weeks of Division 6. But I mean, honestly, it is going to be good points for them. I know TMT wishes he would be higher up, barely into points now, but he's got about a 13-second gap to Drew, and then another about 1 second to DM as Chevy's in the pits. So I don't know if that's damage or not, but actually, yeah, Paulin is also into the pits. So they're calling a tire change early, so they're making that strategy call. So there's no damage on either car. So they've already jumped from the mediums to the hard tire. As Jay Mackey's coming in, but he gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I feel like that's not the last time we're going to see that here this week, just in general, because the pit lane thing has really been, they've really made it stricter here in F125 with that pit lane penalty. It's probably the penalty I see the most, aside from the track limit violations.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting night for a few of those drivers, obviously making those pit stops now, trying to probably get the undercut or the overcut. Oh, as Quicksilver Deck has lost his front wing. I've just jumped onto that. He is really having problems, and he looks like he's going to get in the way of a Haas. Oh, this is not a good night, and he's now in the way of everyone now. It's Dynasty 101 again, isn't it, in Division 4, where he was struggling so much, and it looks like it's exactly the same. What do you do in this position? Because you're going to get lapped again. That's two times. Like, do you just call it? You know, you're now one lap 11. It's very early to call it, but he's changing the front wing. It's really struggling out there, and we're seeing Keeper coming in as well and moving his pit stop. But no change at the front here. Jackal losing a little bit of time here. Brett has managed to pull away that 1.4 seconds there. So, and we've got a yellow, and J-Mac is out.
Ooh.
He's lost it.
And it's a safety car.
Oh, there we go. And yes, it is. So that helps out the front runners. But I'll tell you something, keep an eye on Chevy Wolves and keep an eye on Keeper, because they are the ones that just hit. So will they get the undercut here? This is going to be the question. We've seen this happen. We saw this happen in Division 2 with Sleepy, who managed to pit and jump Russian for that P2 spot. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the leader. I don't think so. Chevy Wolves is too far behind. He's 49 seconds behind the leader, so it looks like we are going to see these guys lead the way again. And these guys are very slow into the pits of Monaco, aren't they? They're not comfortable at all. So, as Hayden Skates gets a drive-through for speeding. Oh, what has happened there from Striker? He's got it all wrong in the pit lane, and he's gone into the wall. Oh, drama here in Division 6, Rickers.
It's a Filthy! Oh, I was really enjoying that battle with Filthy and Uncle Morty. They were fighting so well here right before that safety car came in. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like a kind of a consistent issue here in Division 6 is that pit entry. I mean, to their credit, it is a very awkward pit entry. It's not like the other pit entries that we see on other circuits like Jeddah, like Qatar, where you pretty much just pull off to the side and that's it. No, you basically, it's almost like a whole nother like difficult corner to try to get into the pits here. So it's one of the trickier pit lanes to kind of pull into, but yeah, it seems to be kind of like the kryptonite here for Division 6.
Yeah, and we're seeing MSG overload on Inters. Interesting. On the wrong tyres, Aston Martin not having the best of nights at the back there either. So yeah, lot of drama here. J-Mac unfortunately out. Please do not leave the session. You are the host, so please stay. And unfortunately, you're going to have to watch it till the end, which is unfortunate. But yeah, MSG coming into the pits, getting off those inters. So there's obviously a big mistake there. Bread, Lucas, Jackal, all keeping the same. But I just want to tell you something here. Bread going for the mediums, and Lucas and Jackal going for the hards, and Bread making the jump on Lucas. So Bread now out in front, Lucas now into P2, and Jackal into P3. So Bread has jumped both of them and taking the lead of this race. So great job there for Mercedes.
Yeah, I think Mercedes definitely made a good call to try to get onto those mediums. Because, I mean, once we get going back under green flag conditions, I mean, the Mercedes is going to have the quicker car to go in and start off with. Because it takes it's easier to get those mediums into the proper operating window than it is for the hard tires. You're going to have more grip, which is so crucial around this circuit. So I think the Mercedes team did the right call. Really benefiting from that safety car. I don't know if they would have been able to make the jump without the safety, but yeah, it is kind of an interesting race. And with MSG going on to the Inters, kind of reminded me of I'm trying to remember if it was Division 4 or Division 6 Jeddah, where one of the Ferraris went to heavy wets, and then we actually had a surprise interview. I think it was actually Div 6 Jeddah. So the amount of times that we've seen Division 6 accidentally switch to the wrong tire type is, I mean, if I had a dollar for every time that happened, I'd have $2, which isn't a lot, but it's pretty funny it's happened twice.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get Big J-Mac in for a quick chat, as someone has requested a surprise interview. Let's look at some position changes, see if he will jump into the comms box. I'm sure he will have a bit of a chat with us. We are in one DNF. We're on lap 11 out of 39, and we've lost one driver. It's the J-Mac in McLaren. We've got 19 drivers left. I'm surprised Quicksilver Deck is still here. He has been lapped. I think both Ferraris have been lapped. No, Larkin, I think, is just in still. But yeah, Quicksilver Deck having not the best of nights. So we'll have to wait and see what happens later on. We've got 19 runners left. Safety car is out. A lot of guys making the new pit stops and changing their strategies up. A few pens. We've got drive-through for Filthy Orange and a drive-through for Hayden Skates. So not the best start for them. And a 3-second for Quicksilver Deck. But at the moment, the change at the front is Bread. Bread has jumped Jackal Lucas to get P1. Question is, he's on the mediums. That could hurt him in this race. We'll have to wait and see with this.
Indeed, and I believe we do have J Mac now in the commentary box. So,
Oh my god.
I guess you know what we're gonna ask you first. What happened and how did you DNF?
Wasn't the wall that we've been talking about earlier completely different part of the chicane? It was the out corner of the chicane.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah, worst part was the barely touching it as well.
That's heartbreaking. So pretty much kind of misfortune for you in back-to-back weeks. And I know earlier when we were chatting, you said that Qatar wasn't really a strong track for you.
No, it's a rough start to the calendar.
Indeed, it is 3 pretty difficult tracks back to back to kick things off. But what about your teammate Jackal? Jackal's been doing pretty solid here. Pretty much started P3, still is in P3, but he was consistently putting pressure onto Breadman before the safety car came out. So,
He's definitely
any
got some
words of
speed.
advice for your teammate?
It's the chrome getting him going.
Ah, yes, we've been seeing quite a few McLarens run that
Oh,
chrome
he's in the
livery
wall!
in recent time.
He's tapped the wall. He's got side by
A
side.
little bit of
with
drama here
MPJ.
going off.
He's got side by side with MPJ. MPJ just stays in behind, but Jackal has hit the wall. Massive hit there. Just checking to see if there's any damage to that car. I think he's lost the front left side. Yes, he has.
There is.
He's lost the first left-hand side, and he is slow now, and he's lost so much time. Oh, and we've got MPJ going around the outside.
That's an optimistic move.
Oh, he tries to get the move done. MSG overload in 3 seconds, and it's all going off. What's happening at the back? He's lost the front ring. Oh, it's all happening here. J-Mac side, back to you, Wreckers.
I mean, if we can get a moment to breathe here, kind of a
Oh, someone's
that
gone.
is like
Quick
an
attack.
extended competition curse if I've ever seen it.
Someone was stuck on the apex there.
Well,
Back to you again.
all right. Well, I would ask more questions, but I think considering how chaotic this restart has, I'm not sure if we'll
Oh,
get too
MSG
many
out.
in.
MSG
Another
out.
Duvernay.
He's gone. He's out. The Aston Martin
Yep.
is out. He's lost it in. I'm trying to think where he's lost it. He's lost it in
The
his
pit
tunnel.
lane looks like.
I'm trying to look. It might be in the swimming pool section. I don't know where he's lost it there. But yeah, he is out of this race. And we've got a few guys coming into the pits. 3 guys. David, Paul and Hell, TMT. Sorry, not TMT. Filthy Orange. It's all kicking off. J-Mac, just remember, do not leave the lobby. You are the hosts. So do not want to...
I won't, don't you worry.
All going on here. He retired in the pits. Okay, well, interesting to retire in the pits when you weren't lapped. But J-Mac, unfortunate, mate. Good luck in Qatar next week. Things will go on the up now.
Yeah, thanks.
Got the first 2 tracks out
Hopefully.
the way. Yeah, you will, mate. Keep positive. Keep positive.
I can't do worse than this week.
Mate, at least you raced. I didn't
Oh,
get to
touche.
race. I didn't
Yeah.
get to race. Disconnected me. We won't go about that, though.
Oh, jeez.
That hurts. Still hurts. All right, mate. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for jumping in.
Right. Catch you later.
All right. Well, we quick.
I don't think there's ever been that much action that is.
Yeah, in
I was
an
just gonna say, I don't think
interview.
there's been that much action that's kicked off during an interview before. That's the first. It shows you how Rush Racing League takes to Monaco.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was all kicking off at the
Yeah,
back.
it's been a.
MSG lost it. I think he went well. Apparently, I've been told he's retired into the pits, which is very early, and this has got serious damage. Quicksilver Deck lost it on the hairpin there in the casino, and Jackal has hit the wall and has got damage to the front left-hand side, and MPJ has really put the pressure on, and Jackal has lost a lot of time to the front. Lucas has lost a lot of time to Bread, but he is on those mediums, so he'll probably be able to pull that in later on throughout the race. But we're on lap 17 out of 39, and we've had a lot of changes starting to happen here. We've got 1 for Bread. Lucas has lost 1 spot. Jackal stays where he is. MPJ's made it 1 spot. Uncle Morty's made it 2. Striker's missed 2. You got it all wrong in the pit lane before that safety car restart. We've got Chevy Wills making up 2. Remember, he does serve that 5 second at the end of this race. D White making up 5, so he's a real big mover. And then we've got Keeper that's moved up 1. TNT's moved up 1. H-Town, now we were talking about this earlier on from last. He's now into P11, making up 9 spots. And he's in a very, very good position. D White has left the session again. So hopefully... Oh, there's a spin. Drusilla's lost on the apex. And I don't know if he's been collected there by the Ferrari. And the two Ferraris have gone into the Alpine. What is going on there? Absolute drama and scenes here. Onboard will definitely be looking at that. And I think he's lost the front left plate again. And yeah, I reckon that'll be another pit stop for Drusilla. He's in the points as well, but he got it all wrong. I don't know if he got connected from Filthy Orange there, but he's going to continue again. But yeah, this race is not over. We are going to see, I do believe, more safety cars.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, you'd have to think that, I mean, probably the Ferrari, one of the Ferraris is probably going to be responsible for that safety car, because, I mean, they've had a torrid time. I mean, it took about a lap and a half for Quicksilver to actually get past MSG, who already DNF'd. Like, it took a solid minute now, so I'm curious to see. So, just taking a look at the gap to leader. Now, I know Dynasty ended up so far behind that the game actually broke his gap on the...
D-White's in the wall.
The timing.
And there's a safety car. And is he out?
He's glitching pretty badly. I mean, he's missing a tire, so definitely...
He's out. D-White's out. He is out of this race. There we go. We've lost another one. You can't drive through it. Okay. All right.
Okay, Ferrari, that's one way to do it.
And Hayden's got another drive through. Larkin gets a 10-second penalty for hitting D White. Well, that serves you right, doesn't it, really? Driving into a car, you are going to get that penalty. So, I don't know what is going on with some of the guys tonight. Losing a little bit of concentration, maybe. We're only lap 17 out of 39, but some strange things going on. Hayden going into the pits and won't be able to serve that drive through, but he's lost that front wing. So, yeah, not going a plan there for the Williams driver. But the other Williams driver of Keeper doing a great job in that P8 position, but now we've got a safety car, and this changes nothing. And Hayden's retired. He's called it, even though he could have still continued. I don't know why these guys are retiring. They're not being lapped. So, yeah. Pit and quits. Not want to see that, do we?
I'm still, like, trying not to kind of laugh at just how comically unfortunate tonight has been for Ferrari. I'm surprised the Ferraris are still in the race, because, like, you were saying that they haven't been lapped yet, so there's no need for them to retire into the pits, referring to Hayden and MSG. But the Ferraris have been lapped, I think, several times. At least once or twice that these Ferraris have been lapped. So I'm surprised they're still going. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to pull the Dynasty from Division 4, where he just survives purely based off of attrition. I mean, Larkins actually is in the points now. So if once he unlaps himself from the White, then yeah, he's in the points now. So we have one Ferrari in the points. And actually, no matter which way you look at it, as long as both Ferraris finish, one of them is going to be in the points. So I just wonder, like, that's been a kind of theme for this week, at least considering Division 4 as well. Drivers who really should have retired several laps ago still sticking in and just surviving just based on attrition and just getting cheeky points that in some other circumstances they probably would have not gotten those points. So it's a bit of a cheeky strategy here from Ferrari. Kind of comical, especially with Larkins just plowing into the parked Haas of Dwight. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one.
Well, if it's not careful, I think the onboard will give them the black flag. And then if they get the black flag, then, well, obviously we know what the black flag means. So, yeah, I think they've got to be careful. I think the onboard obviously knows what's going on at the moment. And if the onboard feels that they need to get out of the way or they need to be taken off the track, then they can, yeah, they can give them the black flag. It's so that's Yeah, which will be a bit of a shame because if there is like 13, 14 cars, then they won't score any points. But at the moment, we're looking at 16. D White's out, Hayden's out, MSG Overload's out, and J Max out. We've lost 4 different constructors of Haas, Williams, Aston, and McLaren. And one of the things is some of those teams having a really good week. Obviously, team of the week last week was McLaren. Aston Martin this week have done a phenomenal job. Haas look like they're doing a great job at the moment at the top. MPJ up there in P2. Is actually Jackal has lost quite a lot of spots since he's made that pit stop due to his left plate being damaged. And Lucas now back out in pole position and MPJ into P2 and Brett into P3. So, this is the second safety car on lap 21. We are coming to the closing stages, though. Not long left of this race left. And the 2 Ferraris still lapped. And we're just going to look, they're on lap 21, and the Ferraris are on lap 19. So, 2 laps down.
Yeah, for those of you who may be questioning, I did see a question in chat, how a Ferrari going to score points? In Rush Racing League, points go down to the top 15 as opposed to just the top 10. Allows for more teams to go ahead and get points. And just based on that fact alone, that is the only reason why Ferrari is potentially able to get any kind of points away from this race, which is kind of, and you don't think, oh, you know, drivers 2 laps down in a 50% race, they get points. You don't typically think of it or think of that being a possibility, but that's just kind of how it is. Really just getting points based off of just stubbornness, honestly. Like, I can't even call it attrition anymore. I just gotta call it just stubbornness. I mean, I don't mean to be trashing Ferrari like this, but I mean, considering that they've been lapped twice, got a 10-second penalty for hitting a parked car, and I mean, they've honestly been kind of causing trouble for quite a few drivers here on the track. So it's just kind of a bizarre position, honestly, for Ferrari.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll hear from the onboard, or an announcement will go out, or a message will go out into the stream. They've obviously still got time, but they are right in the middle of still cars which are in a battle. So you've got Quicksilver Deck, which is in P16 at the moment, and you've got Larkin, who is in a safe position. He's right at the back, but Quicksilver Deck is right in the middle of it, and I think he's got, it looks like to me, he has got Drusilla, Filthy Orange, and David all there behind him, so he's going to have to get out of the way pretty quick. Even if he just moves over to the right-hand side. The safety car does come in now. These guys will join the back. As you can see, there's the Alpine of Drusilla just about to join. And then you've then got Filthy Orange and David, which are about to join as well, which may not even join before the safety car comes out, as Lucas is about to get going. So, Rikus, over to you.
All right, we're about to go and get back racing here on lap 23 out of 39. Good start there from Lucas, now actually pulling away about a second already to MPJ in the Haas. The Alpine driver putting full throttle going into turn number 3. Then making his way to Casino Corner. And then as they go through, they're making their way to the world famous Monaco hairpin. And I mean, MPJ's kind of closed that gap up quite consistently there, so he's been doing a pretty good job. Staying very much right up on the gearbox of Lucas. And we'll see if that is going to continue on. Lucas, though, having a very good restart here, making his way down the tunnel. You know, those V6 turbo hybrids roaring through the Monaco tunnel as they make their way to the tire deleter chicane. They go in and make it on through. All their tires still remaining on the cars. And now they make their way through the bay as Jackal gets a 3-second time penalty for track limit violations. That's an unfortunate time for the McLaren. McLaren kind of having a similar weekend to Alpine in Division 4. But after lap 23 out of 39, the first lap of the safety car restart, Lucas still leads MPJ to Breadman as our top 3.
Okay, well, there we go. We've Okay, all right. Well, so the Ferraris have been warned that if they do get in the way of the leading cars, they will be black flags. So good to see the onboards there, putting that out. Good to see. But I'll tell you something. I'm looking at this race at the moment. Red, massive opportunity of taking the win here. He's on 4-lap hards against 12 MPJ and 12 Lucas as well, with a long way still to go. So those tyres are really going to be hurting. He's got the fresher tyres out of the top 3 at the moment. And then behind him, Uncle Morty on 12, Striker on 12, Jackal on 4, but now it's just got that 3-second time penalty. He's then got Chevy Wolves for comfort, and then he's also got Keeper, TMT, H-Town, and Paul and Hell. H-Town up into P10 now. Great drive from the man in kick. It's a great drive from him himself. Paul in Hell is under extreme pressure from Filthy Orange as well. So we are starting to see some real battles going on. The question is, I'm going to jump on board with Brett now, Wreckers. Can Brett get the move done? As MPJ gets it wrong, and Brett is trying to move to the right, to the left. He can't go over to the side. He's going to go onto the right, and they're going to go side by side. And he gets the job done up into P2. But MPJ is going to come back at him, and he's made that mistake. He knows those tyres are old, and Brett has taken that as turned that into a negative into a positive, and he is into P2. Great move from Brett.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic move. They say no heroics into Saint Tavat. I think that heroic basically just jumped him up a good spot and put him in a potential spot to win this race. He's got to try to do the same though onto Lucas, but Lucas's pace has been phenomenal. But we know what Breadman can be towards the later stages of a race. We saw it in Jeddah that as the race got closer and closer to the end, Breadman he just gets quicker and quicker. He really benefits from this track evolution that's happening here at Monaco. And we did have to restart the session in between quali and now, so the track is pretty much almost in the same state it was at qualifying. Just it started off with no rubber on it, and now it's just getting more and more rubbered in. The cars are getting quicker. Breadman's getting quicker. I mean, he shaved that gap up from about 10 seconds a lap ago to now only 1.2 seconds. He's trying to chase down the Alpine. Can he get anything going here? Is he going to try more heroics this time into turn 3? I don't think he's got enough real estate, but he's definitely closing that gap.
Yeah, there's Uncle Morty now up in the P4 and Striker in P5, Jackal in the P6 as well. MPJ doing a great job, but he's lost so much time to Bread. Can he cement that P3 position? That'll be the question. We'll have to wait and see. But Lucas doing a great job out the front, second out in front, but he's got Bread for comfort now, and he's had him for comfort most of this race. It's been a great battle between the 3 of them, Lucas, Bread, and Jackal. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got a request coming through, and we're going to jump on board with Keeper for the next lap. So we'll keep on board at the moment. Chevy Wolves, Keeper, and TMT. All a little battle going on here. Let's have a look at some penalties. 3 for Jackal, 6 for Larkin, and 3 for Quicksilver. Larkin in the points at the moment, will score points in that P15. His teammate not in the points. So 1 DNF, and we could see both Ferraris in the points. So still time for that to happen as well, where we've got a couple of laps to go, and then we're going to have 10 laps remaining. But no, real good battles going on. Are we going to see P3, P4, P5 really start to pull in? We'll have to wait and see. We're going to jump on board with Keeper for flying lap. Rekus, it's starting to get quite juicy now, especially with the guys from P6 and P10 all putting pressure on. We've got yellows flashing on, and it's the Ferraris again. They have had the worst night tonight at Monaco in Division 6.
Yeah, honestly, this is definitely a night to forget for Ferrari, but it's a night to remember for Luca. He's still doing fantastic up there in the P1 spot. He does have Breadman, who's made a mighty fine recovery drive here. Ever since he jumped MPJ, he's pretty much just been right up the gearbox of this Alpine. He has been pretty much just matching him step for step here through Monte Carlo. It's been really impressive to see from Breadman just keeping that gap, getting closer and closer. The benefit of having brand new tires here around the circuit, or well, pretty new tires. I mean, they're half as old as Lucas' tires here, but I mean, Breadman's been doing a fantastic job. Pretty much got DRS now. That gap's going to close up even more. They have to get away out of the way of the other Alpine, Drew Zilla, who is just exiting the pits. it is a pretty tight pit lane there in Monaco on pit exit. But I mean, it didn't really affect Breadman too much because now he is just about within. He's still in under half a second away. And he's thinking about maybe trying to send it around the outside. Can't really do it here in Monaco. There's not really any places to send it. There's a Sauber in the wall. It's H down in the wall.
He's lost it. He's lost it. Oh, he's dropped two. He's dropped P12, P11, P10. He's dropped 3 spots down into P13. Does he have damage on that car? Yes, he does. Front right plate. That's so unfortunate there for the Kick Sauber driver. And we were jumping on. We were saying what a race he's doing. He's in the points, but bad mistake there. And yeah, he's dropped down to P13. Keeper up in a P8. Drew Ziller getting a 3-second time penalty down there in P14 in the points at the moment. But I think he's too far back to continue. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got drama going on here as someone looks like they are. It could be. Is it Drew Ziller in the way? I'm just trying to work out. Someone's in the way. Yeah, someone's getting lapped. There we go. The Alpine driver, Drew Ziller. He's got. I think he's got. H2, no, he looks like he's got Chevy wheels on his back as well. So putting the pressure on. Right, that's 29 laps out of 39, which then means we've got 10 laps to go, Rekus.
Indeed, yeah, 10 laps left to go in this Grand Prix. It's been a spicy one, honestly. I mean, we're seeing some really good battles. Breadman making what is just about move of the week here. I mean, definitely move of the day in Division 6. That is without any question. And Lucas has a bit of a snap on the exit of the hairpin. And that's going to open that door ever so slowly for Breadman. He's going to go ahead and he's going to be really close now going through the tunnel. But he didn't really get the good chance to capitalize it. He must have made a bit of a snap himself because he lost several tenths going through the tunnel. And taking a look. Both of these drivers have the exact same ERS numbers here, the same amount of battery just about. So, I mean, Breadman is deploying a lot more than Lucas is at the moment, still trying to keep it close and try to get ready to make the overtake as he's about to enter DRS. He is very close now, 4/10 of a second, 5/10 of a second. Is he going to do the same kind of heroics into Saint Devat that he did against MPJ? Not quite, didn't have the real save for that one, but oh, Dwight has left the session. He DNF'd quite a while ago, so that is okay. As long as JMac doesn't disconnect, we should be all fine. But this has been a very fun race.
Definitely. I'll let you jump on board with Brad for this lap as we've got 9 laps to go. And he's 7.5 tenths. The question is Lucas going to be able to keep up this position in P1? Records.
Indeed, so jumping on board with Breadman here. As he's still continuing to chase Lucas. Once again, the pair will go through the tunnel. Those V6 turbo hybrids reverberating off the walls. And now they're going into the chicane. Going very nicely through the chicane. Then putting on the throttle on the exit. And then making their way to the swimming pool area on the Marina Bay side near all those very expensive yachts. And he closed the gap there quite a bit during that sector. So it's going to be very close. He's pretty much right up the rear wing of Lucas now. 4/10 of a second, 3/10 of a second. So this is a very good gap. He's going to have to really try to fight to close that gap in. He's close, but still, once again, not close enough to make that move happen. DM gets a 3-second time penalty. He was thinking about a move there. Breadman shaking on the outside, trying to get a move done here. But the Alpine of Lucas, for it being his debut, he's putting on some expert level defensive maneuvers.
It's getting even closer now between.
Trying to make moves through the hairpin.
It's getting closer, isn't it, now between the two of them? The question is, can Lucas hold on for 8 laps? This will be the defence of the century if he can do it. It's going to be tough. 11 laps to Lucas is 19, but the question is, gets it all wrong. And
that's the chicane.
How is he not going to 3-second time pen? But he's lost a second to Lucas, so Lucas survives again. I think the dirty air is really hurting Bread's tyres as well. I know he is on 8-lap fresher tyres than Lucas, but Lucas is holding on. But look how quick he pulls him back in as Bread really loses the outside there, and then he loses the the back end. He has to be careful. Brett could push too much and put it into a wall. He needs to be careful here, Lucas.
I mean, he's been doing a pretty good job of becoming a fisherman and reeling Lucas in here, even after that moment into the chicane. But I mean, I think someone in chat actually said that Lucas just needs to make his car a brick wall, and I think that's probably the best course of action for Lucas. He doesn't need the fastest lap. He needs to go ahead and prevent Lucas from getting a pass done here. I mean, he's doing it very good out of a first debut. I will say this has probably been one of the most impressive rookie drives I have seen in a while here, Rush. Not saying something because some of the rookies here have done absolutely fantastic. As Filthy has a collision! Filthy collided with Drewzilla.
He's fine, he can reset because he can't move, but there we go. As H-Town comes around, Filthy Orange has got damage. That could have brought a safety car out. We could have had more drama there. One of the Mercedes doing a great job. The other one having that spin down there in P12. David up in the P11. Paul and Helm in the P10. TMT in P9. Keeper now in the P8. Great job from him. Jackal holding on to that P6. But he is going to keep that position for the time being as Chevy does have that pen to serve. We're going to go back up to the front as well. Brett is still putting the pressure on Lucas and he still can't get the move done. This is the question in Monaco. Can you time it? Can you time it to perfection? You've got to get it right because if you don't, it is all over for you. As Lucas is doing a great job. He knows he's got the pressure of Breadman behind. They need to save the ERS as well as Brett is really pushing in.
Oh, it's a big spin!
Oh, he's lost it. He's
Lucas is in the wall.
And that because his tyres are way too old and Brett up into P1 by a mistake from Lucas. Massive scenes here in Monaco. We've got H-Town who is going to make up a few more spots, get back to where he was before as Filthy Orange has gone in. I'm sure will go out and try and get the fastest lap. Drama there for Alpine. It's just not gone to plan for Ferrari or Alpine this weekend. As Lucas now gets a 3-second time penalty. Can MPJ catch him? Not like that. If he takes 6 like that, he won't. Drama's here. Drama at Monaco on that 33, Rickers.
I am at a loss of words right there. I mean, yeah, I think Lucas, I mean, it's a rookie mistake, I think, there from Lucas. I think he just pushed it a bit too much there. Trying to go ahead and use the pace to try to keep Redman. But he was in the advantageous position to really try to defend here, and he just didn't. He had a really good chance here, but unfortunately got a little too hungry there. A bit too pacey. And then he's pretty much put it into the wall. And now Breadman, he's just got to bring this home, and Mercedes gets a W here.
Oh, Chevy Wolves and Keeper have lost it. Keeper's been spun. Oh. Chevy Wolves has been spun. Oh, drama here. Scenes going on here on the last stages of Monaco. It's all gone off, and Lucas is now on mediums. I don't know why he's gone on mediums. I would have gone on softs, mate. I don't know why he's gone on mediums. He's trying to get the move done on Keeper. Goes round the outside. Gets the job done. Got better tyres. Keeper down into P8. Chevy Wolves now. TMT up at P6. Striker into P4. TMT, if he can pull in 3 seconds, which is going to be tough, he could get Jackal here. It's just lots going on, and I really feel that we could see a safety car if these guys are not careful, because they're really driving on the edge here.
I mean, VCarb has been the team to watch, honestly, because they've, I mean, on-track pace, I mean, they've had some really good pace, do not get me wrong, but they haven't been getting these positions off of pure pace. They've been getting these positions because they keep their cars consistent, they keep it clean, as Striker does a bit of a snap on corner exit of the final corner, which might allow Jackal to go in and swing on through, but the good defense there from Striker prevents that. But, I mean, VCarb has really made up most of these positions in any of these races just because they've been keeping their cars clean, keeping it within the white lines, and just keeping their cars from getting damaged or penalties. And they've really benefited from that here again today.
Definitely, and we've got Driver of the Day, so who's your vote going on tonight?
That's a tricky one, honestly. I might have to give it to H-Town, honestly. I mean, it's pretty tough. I got 3 potential picks here, but I'm going to go with H-Town. Started with a quali ban, and then now he's up into the top 10, moving up 10 positions around Monaco. That's a tricky one, but I mean, he kept it clean. So I think H-Town gets my vote.
Right, okay, I will go for... I'm trying to think. It's just tough for me. Driving ability tonight.
There's been quite a few names that honestly could get it.
It's tough, isn't it? It's real tough. I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for MPJ, actually, tonight. I'm going to go for MPJ. 2 podiums in 2 weeks. So there we go. I'm going to go for MPJ. I think he's done a great job in that hat.
I mean,
on 24 laps, 10 seconds behind. But
I agree.
Got 2-second gap. He got podium last week, podium this week, and where did he qualify? I think he qualified, obviously, 1, 2, 3.
Fifth, I think.
Fifth. He's got to second, and I agree. Right. Yep. No, I agree.
I mean, yeah, MPJ's been having a. Yeah, MPJ's been doing good. I think he's another solid candidate. The other candidates I was thinking about is Breadman and TMT, because TMT has done some very good work here as well. And Breadman's pace, I mean, the recovery drive we've seen, that's not looking great. That's a big one. That's Filthy out of the race. Filthy's out of the race. Drew parked it there, and just Filthy had nowhere to go. The issue of trying to pass laps cars at Monaco, there's not a lot of room to get a move done, and it's a VSC.
Oh, that's absolutely outrageous there, what's happened there. And I think if Druzilla is lapped, he is in serious trouble because he needs to get out of the way. And that is not the best there from Druzilla. So Filthy Orange out of this race, and on fresher tyres as well, and in massive opportunity for some points. And Quicksilver Tech getting another 3-second. It's just not going to plan for some of these guys tonight. Look at the pens. 35 lap out of 39. No safety car. Not going to call it here. It could have actually come out there, I think, but I think it's a little bit too far in front. There you go, 37 to 34. So 35, 36, 37, 3 laps down. And Jackal getting a 10-second for a collision on Striker. Oh no, drama for the McLaren driver, and Quicksilver getting a drive through, and that just sums it up for Ferrari tonight. For Quicksilver and Larkin, absolute scenes here. Druzilla with that 6-second pen. Jackal getting a 13-second time penalty as well. He'll be fuming. He's hit Striker there. Uncle Morty 3 seconds. MPJ 6.8 seconds on Bread. Really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate what's happened here, and more drama. And I don't know how. Larkin is up to 13th. Ferrari are going to score points now. They are going to score points because of the DNF of Filthy Orange. So, or they may do. They may have actually not run out. They may have run out of laps to score points. 38 laps out of 39 at Rekus. This has been drama. We know that we knew that we were going to see something in Division 6, but it's all gone wrong in the closing stages of the race.
Indeed, as Jackal is trying to shake for a move against Striker there for P4, but he's going to drop way down the order due to penalties. But, I mean, Striker is doing a good job, though, pretty much staying glued to the back of Uncle Morty. And I think he's got actually a podium here. If he can stay within 3 seconds, which unless Striker makes a massive mistake and strikes a wall at some point, then, Jackal trying to get a move done around Lucas here, trying to make the move in the tunnel. Actually, no, he had the move being done on him, at least trying to at least. I mean, you got to give credit to Lucas. He's giving it his all. I think he could have been a candidate as well for a driver of the day. Leading a good chunk of the race until he got a bit too greedy, trying to defend against Breadman, binned it. But, I mean, still a very solid race. And, I mean, this has been a fantastic race, honestly. A very good race here in Monaco. But Breadman, I mean, what consistency from the Merc.
Yeah, no, absolutely fantastic. And Lucas just doesn't need to do anything silly here. He knows he's got the pins in front of Jackal, and he will take that P5 position. So just don't fight it. Just keep it cool. Keep it nice and steady there. Don't even have to push him. But he does get the move done. He's on quicker tyres. He's going for the next move there as well. Trying to even go for a move on Striker. Around the outside. What a move! What a move! Does he get a job done? Oh, there's a bit of contact there, and he does. He's up into P4. He's got the
Wow.
pen, and he's pushing. He's really pushing because he knows if he gets past Uncle Morty, it's P4. It's P4 on the cards. So the striker is looking at possibly a P3 here. So this is closing stages here. The Alpine driver is going for it, and here we go. We'll have to wait and see. Is he going to get the move done? He's going to go for a move. Oh, he goes for it. And he goes into P3 on the quicker tyres. And he's got the job done. Breadman, though, crosses the line, takes pole position. MPJ will take P2. And Lucas, what a drive near the end there. Probably they will look at that punt to pass to see how that's going to go. He won't take the P3. It might be Striker gets the P3. Lucas gets the P4. And he's got the two guys that he wanted because of those pins. So, yeah, good drive there from those guys at the end.
Dude, Lucas, Lucas is going to be the driver to watch for the rest of the season here at Div 6. I'm just going to say that right now. Lucas is very good. Alpine, whoever the team principal is of Alpine, you made a masterclass of a call getting this kid. This kid is actually on fire. And I call him kid even though there's like a good chance he's actually older than I am, but forget about that. A fantastic drive there from Breadman. MPJ also getting a fantastic drive. Striker too, doing fantastic. But Lucas, man, kudos to him.
Yeah, great job there. And Larkin will get P13 and Quicksilver Deck will get P15. So Ferrari, after all that drama, will get points. Not the many points, but they will get points, even though you would never have thought it in a million years. But yeah, they will get points. And what an end. What an end. And hopefully we'll get some interviews, interviews coming in for Bread, Striker, and MPJ. So hopefully we can get those guys to jump in. But what a night. And what a drive from Bread. And also MPJ as well, which is coming closing to the stages of Driver of the Day, which we'll be announcing very soon. But there we go. Race winner, Bread. Fastest lap goes to Filthy Orange. Even though he DNF'd, unfortunately, no one will get the fastest lap. So that is no point for anyone. Driver of the Day, the game gave it to H-Town. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen here. Most overtakes was TMT, and cleanest driver was Striker. These are your closing finishes. In the classification results is Bread takes out pole position and win. MPJ takes out P2. Striker taking out P3. Then Lucas, massive comeback near the end into P4. Uncle Morty P5. Then TMT. Then Jackal. Chevy Wolves. David, Keeper, H-Town, Paul and Hell, Larkin, Quicksilver. Drusilla, Quicksilver Deck, and that are your top 15. We lost Filthy Orange, D White, Hayden Skates, MSG Overload, J Mac, all out of this race. Wow. There we go. So, first of all, before waiting on one driver to jump in to interview, give us your summary of tonight's race.
An instant watch again, definitely. This is definitely a certified Rush Racing Monaco Classic here at the Monte Carlo circuit. I'm still just amazed by Lucas's aggression and getting through a good amount of those moves done. There was obviously that one that's going to come into question, but still, it's been a fantastic drive from all these drivers. Putting in a mighty fine effort around what is arguably one of, if not the toughest tracks on the calendar this season. So, what a drive from everybody involved. Lots of drama, but also lots of really cool moments. Come to what we've expected from Div 6 since it launched last season.
Yeah, definitely. And it has been a very interesting night. Obviously, people will be looking at some of the steward reports, and I'm sure that will be looked at. We're waiting for Driver of the Day. Looks like it is a very quick vote here. We've got not long left to go. I'm going to just wait for a second because it's just about to finish up. 6 votes to 5, so keep it going. H-Town is leading it at the moment. So just flicked him a message to get him into the comments box just in case he needs to jump in, which would be really, really good. If not, oh, it is. Looks like it is going to be H-Town for driver of the day. So H-Town, mate, if you can jump in, that would be great. Then we can then hear what you've got to say. It's 7 votes to 5, which looks like it's just about to finish. But no. What about the drive from Bread? What did you think there? He timed it. He couldn't get past Lucas for a period of time, but had to make a mistake for him to get the move done. But what a drive from him tonight.
Yeah, I think Breadman did a lot of good things right. I mean, he pretty much just played the waiting game, and it ended up paying off dividends for him. He didn't try to get any overly risky moves done, and he pretty much just, I mean, patience is a virtue, and that virtue awarded him with a win here in Monaco. So, I mean, congrats. I know we're going to talk to him here very, very shortly, but still, just want to say again, fantastic drive.
Definitely indeed. And there we go. Congratulations to driver of the day, which is H-Town in the kick. So he gets that extra point. H-Town, we spoke to you earlier on when you obviously had the quali ban, and we said things can change very, very quickly, and they did. And you've got driver of the day. Had that spin earlier on, but give us a little bit of an inkling of your race tonight.
I just tried to stay out of the wall as much as possible. Still saw the wall. The wall can't get enough of me, but it was really just pacing myself and just knowing that safety cars would come out. So just taking advantage of them.
Yeah, obviously extra points for kick tonight with the drive of the day. He had that spin early on, which was really unfortunate. What do you think you could have done better if you needed to do anything else better in this race?
I'm overall actually very happy with my race, except for that spin that cost me a pit stop. I did what I planned to do, was just pace myself and just keep myself in the race, do not take myself out the race, because I knew other drivers would. So it was a pretty planned race for me. It went exactly how I wanted it to, except for that unfortunate spin. But what can you do?
Well, I'll pass you over to Rekus if he's got any questions for you.
H-Town, I mean, I told you that things could turn around here. I mean, Sauber in general has just had the best luck when it comes to a race turning around after a rough, or in your case, a non-existent qualifying run. How did you find the track today? Because it seems like you had a few moments, but it seemed like you're having a bit of fun out there.
I don't know if fun is the word. I guess stressful was the word, but I just kept my cool and just took it corner by corner, because it's a really bumpy track, and so you get 1 foot wrong on the gas, you spun, and exactly what I demonstrated. So I was just really focusing on that, and my pace was nowhere today, but as long as you keep yourself in the race here at Monaco, you always have a chance.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, it was a good recovery from you today, moving up just about 10 positions roughly. I know you were in the top 10 for a little bit, then I think you finally lost it out to I think it was a Williams that got you right towards the end for a P10, but still, you moved up quite a handful of positions around a track that is basically impossible to do so on. But Qatar is next week. What are your thoughts on the Losail International Circuit?
I'm really looking forward to that one. I love that track, and I really can't wait to go out there and race on that one.
All right. Well, congratulations on driver of the day, and
Thank
we
you,
will see you
guys.
next week.
Thank you.
Okay, right. We'll go to P3. I don't think I've ever spoken to this person, but I know this person from way back. Striker, good evening.
Hey mate, how are you?
It's been a while, mate. I've known you from Tasman.
It's been a long while.
It has been a long while. We've
Yeah,
never spoke.
back where I started. Yeah,
We're all
yeah.
mate.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, bro. Great drive. Obviously, 2 weeks in a row. Obviously, Visa Cash App doing a great job. TMT winning it last week. I think you're getting some very good points last week as well. And Monaco P3, mate. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I was happy just to stay out of trouble and keep it off the wall. I managed to do a whole race without breaking a front wing, which is awesome for me. Kept it clean in the first stint. Was pretty quiet in the first stint for me, but I was in a lot of traffic in the final hard stint, so still managed to stay off the wall, which was great.
That's the aim. Always keep it off the walls, and you'll do pretty well. Pace tonight. Did you feel that you had the pace to be up there with the rest of the guys? Because obviously it was a bit of a struggle with obviously mistakes being made, strategies changing with the safety cars. But did you feel that you had the pace overall the whole race to be up there?
I think I had the pace to be in the top 3 or 4. I think I lost a couple of spots in the pit stop. I lost my front wing coming into the pit lane, trying to avoid a drive-through penalty. But lost a couple of spots there. But I think I could have probably perfect race. I could have got 3rd maybe.
Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. Well, I'll pass you over to Rekus if he's got any questions for you.
Thank you.
All right, Striker. I mean, what a drive. I mean, you're making VCarb into, well, you and your team are making VCarb into the team to watch here in Division 6. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's great. He seems to be really fast. I don't think I've quite got his speed, but I just try to make up for it with consistency, I think.
And I mean, hey, consistency wins championships. So, I mean, you guys are doing a fantastic effort. And I've mentioned this on the broadcast where even in the events where you guys don't have pace, you guys are just staying out of trouble. That's really been helping you guys throughout the season. So, massive kudos on that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. It's always my main focus just to stay out of trouble. Pace is secondary.
All right, so last question I'm going to have before we go ahead and let you go. Qatar is next week. Is it a track you love, track you hate, track you're kind of indifferent about? What are your thoughts going into next week?
A little bit indifferent, I think. I've only done 2 or 3 races there before, so it's a little bit new to me, but I've done okay there in the couple of races I've done, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, congratulations on P3, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. See ya.
Right, awesome. We'll jump over to our next interviewer, which will be MPJ. MPJ, mate, you were one of the nominations for Driver of the Day. Unfortunately, just missed out, but what a drive, mate. It's 2 podiums in 2 weeks. It's starting to become a good season in that house at the moment.
Yeah, mate. Happy to be here. I never really driven a Haas prior to this start of this league race, but I'm enjoying driving the Haas and getting some points for the team.
Yeah, it was a bit of a gap between obviously yourself in P1, but you obviously had no one behind you, had really no worries. And end of the day, P2 is better than a DNF. So going into Qatar next week, is that another track that you fancy, or is it, or you don't fancy it?
I don't mind it. I'm actually, I've been practicing it for a little bit with Fat Eagle, funny enough, a good mate of mine. So yeah, no, I like it. It's just you just got to give it all the second and third sectors and just go for it. I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. I'm going to practice it and see how we go.
Nicely done. Well, no, congratulations on the P2, and I'll pass you over to Rekus.
Thank you.
All right, MPJ. I mean, it was a fantastic drive for you, and like SJ said, it seems like you're really starting to click with that Haas. How did you find your pace throughout today? Because it seemed like you were pretty on the ball there.
Yeah, look, I don't think it would have mattered if I got a higher position in qualifying. I don't think it would have made a difference, to be honest. I think the boys in front were a lot quicker than me. Made a few mistakes in qualifying, but practice is the key for me. That's pretty much it.
All right, well, that is all the questions I have for you. Congratulations on P2, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers. Thanks, boys.
No worries. All right, we'll go over to the last interview of the night in the Mercedes, and he did not have it easy tonight. He had to get through some drama. Brad, you were up there at the front. You were in P3, P2, then P1. Nice little battle there between Jacqueline and Lucas tonight. How did you find it?
Yeah, a bit of a tough race at points. A lot of people around me, so yeah, tough to get by in Monaco.
Yeah, and you've got to really time it to perfection. We've said most of that in the comms across all the races that we've had here. You really do have to time it, because if you don't, it could be catastrophic. And Lucas making a very bad mistake, losing that back end, and obviously you just getting past. But him, on the other hand, in the last few laps, he made some serious positions up, which is will probably be a bit questionable from the onboard stewards, a little bit of a punt to pass, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But you got the move done. Probably a little bit worried of not getting a safety car, because then everyone would have been on softs behind you, and that would have changed things up. But didn't happen, and you took the win, mate. So you got to be stoked.
Yeah, great win to get. I was worried about the safety car. Got the virtual safety car come out, so I was a bit nervous when I saw that come out. But virtual's all right as long as it wasn't the safety car.
Last question before I head you over to Rekus, which I'm sure I'll have to talk about Qatar. Mercedes not having the best of weekends, we would probably say, across the board. A few drivers obviously doing very well. Yourself and Shifty doing a great job, obviously. And the other divisions, a bit of a struggle. Is it a bit of a morale boost going into Qatar next week?
Yeah, hopefully we can lead on to it as a team and get some more points on the boards, and hopefully some wins. First win of the season for Mercedes, so first of many, hopefully.
Yep, there we go. And you've got Division 3 tomorrow with your TP at the wheel. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But no, congratulations, mate. This will be a memory to cherish. It's not easy to win Monaco. I can't say I've never bloody won it, but no, what I'm going to say is well done, mate. Well deserved. And I'll pass you over to Rekus.
All right, Breadman. I mean, what a drive, what a victory, and just what pace. You had some really good pace there. How's it battling with Lucas? It was his first time racing in Rush Racing League, and he gave you a run for your money there for a little while.
Yeah, he did. I was getting quite close to him at points, had a bit fresher tyres, but thankfully he made that mistake. Otherwise it was going to get real close, a bit argy-bargy, I reckon. But thankfully he made that mistake, tried to push him a bit to try to get that mistake out of him, and he did. So thankfully got past him and continued on.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much after that moment, we pretty much knew that you pretty much had this race signed, sealed, and delivered. So Qatar next week. I know you were looking pretty optimistic and hoping that Mercedes does kind of turn their fortunes around. They were on top of the overalls coming into this week. Obviously, this week has been a bit tricky for the Mercedes group. But do you think Qatar is going to be a good track for you and potentially the rest of the team?
Yeah, hoping so. Bit more overtaking, hopefully, for everyone. Get off these street circuits. But yeah, hopefully we can have a good week as a team and continue on from there.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations on your race win, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, Wreckers. Thanks, Gov.
Cheers, mate. All right, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. Monaco done and dusted. This was the only division that had full quali. Division 3 have decided that they will be doing short. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Division 5 yesterday not getting that full quality. But it is what it is. And it was very good to see. It was nice to see full quality at Monaco. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. And I enjoyed that race. I thought that brought a lot of drama, which is good to see. And a big learning curve for some of these drivers as well. Of a track like that, it's obviously, there's a bit of comments in the chat saying, obviously, John braking on a hairpin and staying stationary. And, it's all about learning and getting these tracks out of the way. So, a great night, Rekus. And good points for teams that you didn't think would be at the top, I would probably say.
Oh, 100%. And to kind of bounce off of the point you made earlier on, I mean, Division 6 is kind of the division that you really have the most freedom to kind of learn in, considering that it is our lowest division. But English. The drivers are still really strong in this division, I will say that. And they've had some pretty good races. And yeah, like you said, it is a good learning opportunity. but it's also been a good amount of points opportunities for quite a few teams. I mean, VCarb kind of came out of left field and brought home a ton of points. Haas getting a good amount of points as well. Mercedes getting the first win of the week after a kind of difficult week. But I mean, yeah, it's been a pretty fun race, and I mean, Monaco is such a tricky track, and in the real world, Monaco is probably the most boring circuit. But when you bring it to Rush, I mean, it's always cinema coming here. So
Well, I appreciate that. It has been cinema across the whole weekend, and there is more cinema to go because tomorrow night there is Division 3. You'll be joined in the comms box by Jackal and whoever else is the other comms. I think maybe Hennessy. We'll have to wait and see. But that will be the last one of the week. There's 2 tracks done and dusted for Division 6 now. Jeddah and Monaco done. We are probably going to now start to see where people are at when we go over to Qatar next Tuesday. And I'm sure there will obviously be some interesting onboards and steward reports still to come through. Thank you very much to everyone tuning in tonight. Big shout out to all of the followers as well. Wiley39422, thank you very much for the follow. Maddie Shaw 12321, Apex Hunter, Tazio, the subscription from Grizz as well. Cianime 9842, so if I got your name wrong, for the onboards as well. Rekus for the time and commitment that he spends. Also, Thunderballs doing the onboards as well. It was a long night for him, I know that, in full quali, and also the race. And everyone else that tuned in tonight as well. Really appreciate it. Remember, big up to all of our sponsors as well. AI369, Pagni and SimLab, and our new affiliate sponsor this season is SRC. Feel free if you want to get amongst it and you need a setup for Qatar next week, or you need a setup for the remaining tracks for the whole calendar, then feel free to click the link in the comments and use the code RUSH09. And remember, the giveaway is tomorrow. We will be announcing the giveaway winner tomorrow, so feel free to get amongst it. And remember, hashtag Qatar, follow Instagram. I will fire it in one more time. And I will be doing it again tomorrow night as well. So if you're not in it, you are not going to win it. That's a good rhyme, isn't it? But yeah, thank you.
Honestly, I was gonna say you typically say those for your end of race quotes.
I will do. I'll do one. I will do one. I haven't done many this season actually. I've been a bit blasé on it, but there we go. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the Instagram link. Get amongst it. Remember, it finishes tomorrow night, so after the race. So if you do want to tune off or go away, don't stay with us because we will announce the giveaway winner. It will be on a wheel. I think it's on a wheel. And it'll be a wheel from 1 to 50. And we'll wait and see how we go. And if there's any more, then we'll extend on the wheel and we'll wait and see who wins. And then we'll announce it on the Instagram and all over our socials. But thank you very much for tuning in. As always, Mercedes get their first win of this season. Will it be the only one? We'll find out in Qatar. Good night.
Oh my God.
That may have been